Okay, I want to quickly talk to you about what my plan is here. So this is not completely a circle, as you can tell. So I'm gonna reshape it a little bit later, not today, but later one day. And then to keep it separate or keep the grass from growing into it, I'm gonna use these bricks. So we have a little bit of a fireplace here. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit more, but we have more of these bricks on the other side of the yard, and so I figured it would look nice if I had bricks around kind of like this, and then maybe have gravel in the middle and put the sandbox on gravel, or I could buy a few more bags of sand and put a nice layer of sand around the sandbox as well. That I'm not sure what I'm gonna put down, but that's why I scooped some of the soil out to make it a little bit lower so that I could have more like of something, gravel or sand, and then have it nice and level and keep the grass from growing in. If I put the bricks around, I think it would look very nice and tidy. And then I have to clean these toys up yet, and this sandbox, I'm gonna bring it into the front of the I'm gonna bring it in front of the house and then kind of clean it up nice before I put it back in the circle. I think I have it somewhat level now, and then I can put it back and put the new sand in it. So this is what the little picnic table here looks like. So it could use a good cleaning. It's just from standing outside. I'm gonna see how much I can get off, and then I'm also quickly gonna wash this a little bit, get it nice and clean before I put the sand in. So you guys said that you don't mind half-finished projects in the videos. Here you go. You have a half-finished project. I'm not even able to show you the finished project in the video, but I do plan on finishing it here hopefully very soon, because I think Jeremias will really enjoy the sandbox. And yeah, I really was hoping to finish it, but I was gone quite a bit this week, so I wasn't able to finish it. But hey, it is what it is. And I also plan to show you my garden. It's so much easier to show successful things on here than it is to share failures, but my garden is quite a fail this year. But as you will be able to see, and I will explain that to you, that I reseeded a lot of stuff because most of it did not come up the day I did plant it, because I did bring you along for that, and most of it did not come up. So I did reseed a lot of it, and I'm really hoping that it will do better now. It's finally starting to warm up. I know I looked terrible in the clips that I showed you. I had my leggings on, I had my hoodie, well, my jacket on and my hoodie up, but that was because it was cold. Like, the wind was just really cold that day, and I was so determined to get it done. And that's why I still was just working away at it, and I just figured I might as well just get dressed for the weather in June and then get my projects done. But today is gorgeous. Like, I don't even feel like I need a sweater, which is new for this year, because most days it's nice, but you feel like you need a little bit of a sweater. So I'm gonna enjoy this weather today, and I do plan to mow the lawn. So anyways, I'm gonna show you my garden and then also my flowers that I showed you earlier that are almost dying. I'm gonna show you those because they look a little bit better already. So I'm at my garden here. I figured, since my garden is very far from everything doing successful, it was just fair to show you a little bit how my garden is doing. So, oh, there's a bird. I wonder why that is dead. That's strange. So here are my peas. They came up really nicely. I planted them right beside the fence here so that they can climb up the fence. Here's my corn. I planted 100 seeds, and I think about 27 came up. So I did it again. I just put some more seeds in wherever they didn't come up, and then my potatoes are starting to look really nice. I'm very happy with those. And then we have my cabbage. It looks good, except for this one. The fox had dug it up a while ago, so that one is struggling. But other than that, I think it's starting to form little heads, which is exciting. And here I have my broccoli. Looks good as well. Then we have cauliflower, same here. Some of the plants didn't stand the wind, so there's some missing, but other than that, the ones that are there look okay. My onions, most of them died from all the wind, but there is a few left, as you can tell. They looked quite good before all the wind, but then most of them kind of just disappeared with all the wind. And I would say my tomatoes look okay. They're not bad. They actually look good considering all the wind that we had, and they have also grown and they are starting to form buds, which is exciting. So that's my tomatoes. I need to buy more of these cages to hold them up a little bit better, but I didn't have more currently. And then my peppers, I think I've showed you before. They just look so poor and sad. I removed all the boards because I figured at this point, if we have more windy days, they're just gonna have to deal with it. And then we have more buds forming here, as you can tell, but they look very sad. So we'll see how they will do or if they will make it. And then this is where I had my green beans. None of them came up, like none, zero. So I reseeded them as well. My celery did not come up. This is where I had my celery. It did not come up. So right now I just seeded it. I'm just watering like twice a day or something like that. And then my cilantro didn't come up. My parsley didn't come up. My summer savory didn't come up. My dill, I seeded a little bit of dill. Some of it came up, which is good. I don't need a whole lot right now. I will do more later once I'm a little bit closer to canning season. And then I did plant zucchinis here. None came up. I planted my cucumbers here. I think 3 of them came up, which is kind of funny. Like, only these 3 came up. So same here, they still look a little bit sad, but I think they will be okay. So I reseeded cucumbers as well. And then we have carrots here. I think they came up okay, like not near every one of them came up, but there's some more here and then there's some right there. So I will just leave them. I think that's okay. I will still have quite a few carrots. Once they grow a little bit bigger, we will be able to tell better where they're at or how many there are. And then this is where I planted my paper daisies and my bachelor's button. And then I did plant a row of sunflowers. I'm very excited for that. I've never had sunflowers before, so I'm excited to see once they're blooming how it's gonna look. This is the flowers that I showed you, was it a week ago or two? They still look very poor, but I think especially these, they have definitely grown a little bit, and I'm very hopeful that they will as well, the geraniums, because I do have geraniums in this pot here, and I found a bud. Let me see if I can find it. Right there. It's starting to form buds, so it shouldn't take too much longer till we see some blooms right there. I might as well show you. So this is the flower bed that is behind our house here. It needs a lot of work yet, but I planted the leftover zinnias right there to kind of block all of this commotion going on. And then I have I would maybe consider these even wildflowers. These are pansies, but they are perennials, so I think they're more considered wildflowers, and I hope they don't spread too bad. And then I have my lilac shrub here, and then I did plant a few of these green leaves. It's just a ground cover. I dug it out of the backyard, and it's not looking too hot. This one I don't think will make it, but I have lots more. I will just redo it again. I just figured if I had some ground cover right here that stays low, because that is the vent for the dryer, and that is a hose that we will use, or a faucet. So if I have something ground cover right here would be nice. And then we have these in the backyard. If any of you know these, if this is like something that is invasive, let me know, because I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And I also transplanted these into my flower bed because I figured if it's perennial, if it comes back, it would look nice to have a little spot of flowers right here. I will plant more stuff around it eventually and hopefully mulch it, but for now I'm just gonna leave them here unless some of you can tell me if they are invasive or not. Might as well give you an update on this flower bed. I think these are actually doing not too bad. They have grown quite a bit. The cosmos are starting to bloom. The zinnias are a little bit slower than I would like, but they are growing, just a little bit slow. But I'm also going to keep it real and show you how much weeds are coming up. I did mulch it, and I really wish that I would have put some newspapers down first, because I have so much weeds coming through. But that will be a project for next week, I think. I figured I might as well show you my little pocket of pansies here. I had some leftover pansies, and I decided to plant them here. This is a shaded area, and they are starting to open. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and we'll see how they're gonna do here. And I think that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and hopefully, if your garden is not doing good, if it is doing good, congratulations, I'm very happy for you. If it's not, maybe this encouraged you to not give up. Just try again. We still have a little bit of time left. Just try again, and try not to be discouraged, because I'm gonna be honest, I was very discouraged, but I figured, you know what, I'm gonna try one more time. So anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.